Good afternoon, our dear viewers. Welcome to the 1 p.m. news edition, coming to you live and direct from Golfe TV Africa, here in the city of Cotonou with Hazel OGOIGBE. Now to the news in detail, starting from the local scene. In Cotonou, it's a glimmer of hope that can be seen on the faces of those citizens and political actors who have consistently appreciated the composition of the Bureau of the National Assembly. Now, Mr. Christian shares his thoughts on this.
Le Bénin a toujours étonné parce que c'est pour la première fois qu'on est en train de voir l'opposition au poste de vice-président. Ça veut dire que le président de la République.
It is the first time we have seen the opposition party occupying the position of the vice president. This connotes that the president of Benin Republic, President Patrice Talon, has something that we should appreciate. It is obvious that he really wants the development of his country. We know that it is the sons of Benin Republic that will develop the country because the country cannot develop itself. Rather, it is humans that bring development to a country. That is why we really appreciate the office of the National Assembly. We appreciate the new senators at the National Assembly because the opposition, with 28 senators, were able to mobilize a total number of 104 votes. This connotes that there was harmony in the National Assembly and there is a sense of development. With eagerness, we await the future happenings to see what will happen at the National Assembly. Still on that, Leopard shares his thoughts on the area he feels his political party neglected.
Je suis satisfait dans la mesure où mon parti politique a pu être majoritaire.
I am satisfied that my party is the majority in the office of the newly elected National Assembly executives. I'm also unhappy with the fact that women were not represented. On this note, I am not in agreement with my political party, who did not promote women. The 4 positions that were elected, they did not propose a single woman. In my opinion, this is the second error our party. Away from that, of course, on the local scene, Benin's Technical Agricultural Colleges officially opened their doors on Monday, the 13th of February. Now it is a new school year placed under the theme Technical Agricultural Education, a new approach to the development of technical and professional skills for employment. More information in the following report. The Technical Agricultural Colleges officially opened their doors on Monday, the 12th of February 2023, to offer once again their promising hopes for all the learners who have massively responded to the coup. In Medje de Sekou School of Agriculture, this was the school that hosted the official ceremony for the launch of the new school year. This is the first in the agricultural sector, according to the minister.
Nous voulons faire donc de nos lycées, nous voulons faire de notre enseignement un levier pour le développement économique de notre pays.
We want to increase the learning standard of our technical colleges. We want to raise the standard of education for the economic development of our country, Benin Republic. We want to do it in such a way that the agricultural and technical colleges come out with new products. We want to train operators, and this requires the appropriate means to be put in place. Our presence this day tells you, our dear parents, our students, and everyone here, how important the technical agricultural colleges is, not just to the system. We realize that you deserve the attention of the cabinet and also the government based on this College of Agricultural's importance to the country at large. Through the LAMs, it is all the technical agricultural colleges that will be beneficiaries in the national territories. They are concerned in this agricultural development. This is an opportunity to highlight what is being done in agricultural colleges and to raise awareness of the opportunities offered by the technical agricultural training.
Nous faisons la transformation agroalimentaire. Nous faisons la pêche et l'aquaculture. Nous faisons le maraîchage.
In these colleges, we do food processing. We also do fishery and aquaculture. We rear livestock like goat, cow, and everything that contains ruminant animals. We also do unconventional rearing of animals. We are the ones that plant the trees you see on the road. It is here those that plant the trees are trained on how to plant trees. Agricultural education is not just farming that takes place in villages. People need to understand that it goes beyond that.
Inclusive. De plus en plus, on constate la présence de garçons dans, par exemple, les métiers de la nutrition et technologie.
Today in the agricultural colleges, we also train handicaps. We actually have professional inclusive technical trainings in the various agricultural technical colleges. We notice the presence of boys in the field of nutrition and technology, but right now there's an evolution of the mind. But now when you go to some technical colleges, you would notice that there are more females that have now taken it upon themselves. They are interested in agriculture. There are females interested in how to fish. This connotes that right now there is an evolution. The government of President Patrice Talon intends to support this development with the announced establishment of 30 modern technical colleges of agriculture and 7 schools of trade. However, it should be noted that the start of the school year in the technical colleges of agriculture aligns with rainfall. It should be recalled that entry to the technical schools of agriculture is subject to a competitive examination organized by the Ministry of Secondary Technical Education and Vocational Training.
Le premier feu de l'aurore et enfant du bien.
Away from that, Valentine's Day was marked on the 14th of February 2023 and is marked every year, and it is considered in many countries to be the holiday for lovers. Now, it is a symbolic day couples exchange sweet words and gifts, such as red roses and also physical packages, which is a symbol of affection. Now, some citizens in Benin Republic share their thoughts on the significance of Valentine's Day to them. Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day or the Feast of St. Valentine, is celebrated annually on the 14th of February every year. It is originated as a Christian feast day honoring a martyr named Valentine. Through later folk traditions, it has become a significant cultural and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions of the world. Benin Republic is not excluded. There are a number of martyrdom stories associated with various St. Valentines connected to the 14th of February, including an account of the imprisonment of St. Valentine of Rome for ministering to Christians persecuted under the Roman Empire in the 3rd century. According to an early tradition, St. Valentine restored sight to the blind daughter of his jailer. Mr. Valentine had this to say.
L'amour, pour moi particulièrement, c'est adressé donc à nos proches, particulièrement la plus proche.
For me, it is a day for the people closest to us. For men, it is a day they celebrate their loved ones. The men celebrate their wives, and the women celebrate their husbands. Flowers and romantic words are sent to those you love. Romantic words that speak of intimacy and your deep feeling. The words express the way you feel about your loved one. Romantic words are not enough. At a particular time, Valentine's Day became a commercial celebration where shops publicized this day by publicizing goods that reflect the theme of Valentine. I actually agree that this day should not be limited to romantic words alone. Because if you just say tender and sweet words to the ears of your lover without backing it up with a gift, the act is incomplete. Valentine's Day became associated with the romantic love in the 14th and 15th centuries, when notions of courtly love flourished, apparently by association with the lovebirds of early spring. In the 18th century England, it grew into an occasion for couples to express their love for each other by presenting flowers, offering confectionery, and sending greeting cards known as Valentines. Some citizens have this to say.
C'est parce que quand tu es amoureux de quelqu'un, il faut un jour pour que...
When you are in love with someone, there should be a day you demonstrate your love. My girlfriend also gives me gifts on Valentine's Day. We give each other gifts. I have been with my girlfriend for the past 3 years, and I have celebrated Valentine's Day with her 3 times.
Je le fais parce que je suis jeune. Nous ne sommes plus autant de nos grands-pères où il fallait rester crippé.
I celebrate Valentine's Day because I am young. I do not belong to our grandparent generation. Rather, I belong to a free generation where we are free to express our feelings. It is important to experience love. It is not a celebration just for young people. It is a celebration for everyone, young or old. Anyone can celebrate Valentine's Day. It is a general day to celebrate love. It is never too late to be in love. There is no specified age to fall in love. Experience love. No one knows tomorrow. Just love. That is what is important. Right now in Africa and also in Benin Republic, that day is a day where lovers go out, take pictures, buy gifts, write letters, give cards, and show how much they love themselves. Crossing over to Nigeria, fresh protests rocked the capital of Oyo State, Nigeria, on Wednesday morning over fuel and naira scarcities in the state. Now, residents of Ibadan hit the streets and roads to express their displeasure over the continued difficulties in getting petrol and naira notes in their communes. Fresh protests rocked Ibadan, capital of Oyo State, Nigeria, on Wednesday morning over fuel and naira scarcities. Residents hit streets and roads to express displeasure over the continued difficulties in getting petrol and naira notes. Transporters led the protest around Eleyele, Ologuneru axis of the capital city. Other places where pockets of protest are ongoing includes Bokpa, Ologuneru, Akpete, Songo, Holy Road, Mokola, and Iwo Road axis. The protesters already blocked the Eleyele Irua Road, making movement impossible for residents.
Our government does not send us at all. You won't collect $1,000 and they'll collect $1,000 for our hand. Why?
Thousands of other residents, apparently unprepared for another round of protest, were shocked to run into the road blockades. The Eleyele-Eruwa Road is the major road that leads Ibadan to Ibarakwa zone. The blockade of the road has created heavy traffic in Eleyele, Ologuneru, and adjoining areas. Witnesses at the scene said that transporters were obstructing the free flow of vehicle and pedestrian movement around the areas.
What really happened is that people are fed up of the government in the system. The system has collapsed, so people are fed up. So there needs a relief change, not change for change. We have never enjoyed anything in Nigeria as democracy is concerned. Bad roads, no lights, bad economy, everything blah, 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 blah. It was gathered that the transporters said they were angry over the non-availability of cash as well as the rejection of the old 200, 500 and 1,000 naira notes by passengers and some fueling stations. Efforts to get the reaction of the Oyo State Police Command were not fruitful. The Tanzanian government has banned from schools several children's books on sex education accused of contravening cultural and moral standards of Tanzania. The Tanzanian government has banned from schools several children's books on sex education accused of contravening cultural and moral standards in the East African country where homosexuality is criminalized. Among the books banned is Diary of a Wimp, Greg Heffley's Logbook, a series of American graphic novels that have sold millions of copies worldwide. The government did not specify why it was targeting this diary featuring a teenager, but it assured that inspections were being conducted in public and private school libraries to ensure that it had been removed. The minister also included in this first list of unacceptable books a textbook on sex education and books mentioning LGBTQIA groups. Last week, the head of state Samia Suluhu Hassan called on student leaders to be wary of imported cultures from abroad. If you're Tanzanian, live according to our culture, she told them. In Tanzania, homosexuality is punishable by a minimum sentence of 30 years to life imprisonment.
You're still tuned into the 1 p.m. news edition, coming to you live and direct from Golfe AFRICA with Hazel OGOIGBE. And this is the African Newspaper Review, where I have the opportunity to touch stories that are trending in various African countries. I have the Daily Guide Ghana talking about the stories trending in Ghana. I have the Front Page Liberia talking about the stories trending in Liberia. I have the Citizen Tanzania stories in Tanzania, just to mention a few. Now let's get started with the front page of the Daily Guide Ghana. Now, on the Daily Guide Ghana today, the top story is talking about read the law well, you are wrong, AG tells CDD, on the pages of the Daily Guide Ghana. Now, still on the Daily Guide